Here are 3 GPUs you should avoid buying in 2025, and here's why. Now the first is this, the new RTX 5060 Ti, but specifically the 8GB model. Now Nvidia released 2 versions of this card, one with 16 gigs of memory, which is actually pretty good and very capable, and one with 8 gigs of VRAM, which just isn't enough for gaming at 1440p in the current day and age. Frankly, Nvidia should have never released an 8GB variant of this particular card, and it's one you should absolutely avoid. In at number 2 is the RX 9070. Now this is by no means the worst offender on the list today, but it's quite a bit less powerful than the more expensive 9070 XT, without, at MSRP, representing much of a cost saving. If you can buy this card for substantially less than the XT variant, it's actually not a terrible purchase, but for a similar price point, it's absolutely a card you should avoid. Finally, you might also want to avoid this, the RTX 5060. Unfortunately, AMD don't have anything to directly rival this GPU right now, which for many budget builders leaves it as one of the only viable options for the price point. But it has the same problem as the 5060 Ti 8GB and AMD's 8GB 9060 XT. Video memory. It's only got 8 gigs, and while that's okay for 1080p gaming, if you want to crank textures up to max, tune up to 1440p, you're going to run into problems now and even more so into the future. It's a card that you might be forced to buy through lack of competition, but if something comes along that fixes the VRAM problem at the same price point from AMD or Intel, you'll want to buy that instead.